I used to feel instantly tired when I walked into my home, not from work, but from all the stuff I was looking at when I walked in. I felt just really noisy in my brain, like I had 47 browser tabs open and none of them were closing. And then I made this one change and it changed my life. And this change will help you too if you have ever felt that way when you were in your home as well. And here's the thing, I had no idea how much clutter stressed me out until I started to minimize it down. And once I started, as stuff was going out of my home, creating more space in my home, I felt so much better because stuff was just gone and I had more space in my home. And then it really made me pause when I thought about bringing more stuff into my home because I don't want that feeling of overwhelm from clutter again. And going through this process of minimizing stuff down, I learned what is important and what I actually needed and what could just go that I didn't really need anymore. And this doesn't mean that you have to get rid of everything. You just get rid of some stuff that you just don't need. Some stuff you may not be sure about if you need it or not, and that's okay. But at least get rid of something and reduce the amount of clutter in your home. And this has just been really good for me. And here's something else. Life is just so much easier. I could finally find things in my home. I didn't have to spend time looking behind stuff, figuring out where stuff is and maybe under stuff. I didn't have all that clutter around, so I could go through my home and find things really easily. And that's so helpful when you're trying to keep in a routine. And something else that's great is that when you minimize stuff down, your home is easier to organize, declutter, and clean. And this is great because now you don't have to spend so much time doing any of those things, because with less stuff, there is less of those things to do. And that is just great if you're trying to stay on a schedule and on a routine. And another benefit is decision making is so much easier when you have less stuff. You're not sitting there trying to decide between 10 different things or 20 different things. If you have 2 or 3 or 4 things, easy to go through those and figure out what you want to use and what you need and everything like that. If you're enjoying the content, click the subscribe button for me so you don't miss any videos. And then I found when I started thinking about minimizing stuff down, it takes you down the path of multi-use, multifunctional items in general. So it could be something that you use in your kitchen or your bathroom that's multi-use or multifunction, or even like your furniture in your home where you have your couch, and in your couch you have storage under your couch that you can use. And the other thing that you can do is minimize your wardrobe down to just a few pieces of clothing, but you want to get pieces of clothing that you can interchange to make different outfits. And this makes your decision of what to wear really simple, really easy. You might get a couple of pairs of jeans and you wear those jeans with a lot of different outfits, maybe a certain blouse, a certain shirt, a scarf, different shoes. You just get what you need that's essential for your work or going to school or for your activity to go to, working out or whatever, right? You have these just set number of outfits. It just makes it so much easier. It also declutters your closet to make sure you don't have your closet just full of clothes, especially clothes you do not wear. So that can be an issue as well. And here's another advantage of minimizing stuff down is that when you have to go on a trip or pack, you have less stuff to pack because you have less choices. Makes the decision of what to take much easier for you when you minimize things down. And also when you're getting ready to move and you have to go through everything that you have, much easier to do that and saves you time if you have less stuff that you have to pack and have to move. So this is another great advantage of actually minimizing stuff down because it just saves you time in the long run and makes decisions much easier for both of those things. And this takes down the stress of moving or packing or going on a trip because it's just not as much to do and it simplifies the process. Now, the other thing I want to say is that you don't have to go full minimalist, minimize everything down. It's just using a little bit of the principles of saying, hey, I do want to minimize down some. Just do it a little bit at a time. Start small. Start with just getting rid of a few things. Start with minimizing down a few things. And that way it's going to make the process so much easier and you won't get stressed out thinking you have to minimize everything in your home. That can be a stressful process and make you just really uncomfortable and not really want to do it at all when you start doing it. And that is not a good feeling to have when you're trying to minimize, and you know, like I knew this would help me because of the fact that less stuff is definitely going to make it less stressful, and I really want to have a clutter-free home. And here's the thing, start small when you start minimizing. And what I mean is one drawer, one closet, one side of a room, one section of a room. Go through and minimize just a little bit at a time. And then as you get more used to minimizing stuff down, and you think, I really want to minimize more, then go ahead and advance to doing more at a time. But start really small just so that you get your feet wet and just start understanding how it works and understanding how you feel after you've minimized some stuff down, because that's going to be the thing that helps you keep moving and motivate you to go further if you want to go further with minimizing stuff down. But I think it has great benefits. And this is something else. If you're minimizing down for a family and you want to make your home ADHD friendly for your family, I have a video that goes over all the things that you can do to help you with that. I'm going to put it on the screen. Just click that video and watch that video.